Hi. So this is just a little reminder to you to be aware of what you're focusing on. What I'm talking about is that, hey, you're a god. Yes, you can do everything. And all that you focus on is going to be part of what you're going to manifest. And yes, you can be aware of everything that you're listening to and look at and the information you're getting. But it also has to do with what you are surrounding yourself with. People you are hanging out with, how they feel, what are some of the things they say, what you're listening to throughout the day, consciously and subconsciously. Everything that enters your space, it's a thing. Because through hard times, you don't have to stay ignorant. You don't have to block it, like say, oh, it's not happening. No, that would be foolish. But as you know of what's going on, you might want to back off from some of it, not to get too involved with certain people, or even though you are aware of the world events and certain things that are important to you, you don't get too much into it. I suggest your focus, a lot of these emotions and feelings will be part of what you're going to manifest. And today you might not feel it. Tomorrow you might not feel it. It's a bit edgy. A lot of people nowadays feel like they're losing their stable ground. Everything they've had, like this, like, oh, they have to go to work and they have to do this and that. Everything's slowly falling apart. A lot of our attention is like very edgy, like angry. Like we're living at this place where at any moment we can pop off and say something like nasty, or other people are getting so much charge because of the current events and everything else that at any moment they can snap at you and hurt you really pretty bad just by saying something. And neighbors, people around us, just the conversations, people like like in the city and everything else, a lot of that is going on. And as today, like again, like you might not notice it, but in the week ahead, you might end up attracting certain things in your life you don't want. And not necessarily people yelling at you and all the stuff, but little failures, like let's say you hear something bad, you focus on something bad happening again and again and again. And even though it might seem like it's not affecting you, that is part of what you are looking at, what you're seeing in your space. And with that, you're going to start manifesting it. We're attracting more of the same. It's your reticular activating system. You start noticing things you haven't been aware of. Your filter focus on this target and sees it more and more and more. And I'm just saying, like, there's going to be a lot of little bad things going on to people. Like, it doesn't have to be too much. Like, oh, like you're going to the bank and your credit card didn't work. Oh, you're going to the mall and you can't get your parking spot. You can't get your favorite thing. It's not there, or people say something to you. But little things build up. And the more it's going to happen to you, the more pissed off and like the more it's going to affect you. It happened a lot throughout the pandemic times. Now it's all about war, 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 war. And don't you dare have a different opinion than what the mainstream media is giving to you. Not to say like, like Russians, I won't go there, but big subject. And a lot of people are just suffering because of it. And it's going to bring a lot of negative consequences. Now, like, like, of course, the game is rigged. No matter how hard you try to manifest something good, you will get a lot of the good stuff, but there will be little things like slipping out of your hands and like, oh God, I can't believe how much it aggravates me and the whole reality in the world. You're just gonna get pissed off and want to hit someone. And you might have like really hardcore sugar reactions. You might have like, like just things building up once again. And all of that energy, there are groups that will want you to feel that. There are groups that will want to distract you by causing certain events in the world that will make you feel like shit, that will make you feel hopeless, helpless, like you can't do anything. And all the anger and everything else, all of the emotions you feel are okay. It is okay to feel angry. It is okay to feel hate and pissed off and everything else. Don't sort of like, oh, I shouldn't feel that way. No, you should. Everything you feel, you should feel that. But a lot of times it's artificially caused, and a lot of groups will benefit from you forgetting your goal, forgetting like how good you were feeling. And like you don't have to be ignorant, you don't have to ignore reality and the things that are going on. Of course you can look at it and all the stuff, but all of this, it's going to get amplified. And everything that you're experiencing right now is going to just create more of that. So just a little reminder to like focus on yourself, focus on things you can control. And it's all about you, not the world, not the people, not the various events. It's going to take a lot of effort to affect the collective. But yourself, how you feel daily, what you focus on, things you work on is the most important thing. And to help yourself one little thing at a time, go with basics, go with whatever makes you feel good, not to be ignorant again, but to not forget that, hey, nothing lasts forever. And you can always work on things you like that will make you feel good, that will make things moving along. And again, this energy you have, it's contagious. So you might as well work on something positive, just smiling more if possible, or giving something more to people. Make it all about you, because a lot of people want that everything given to them. A lot of people want this like, oh, I wish the world would be this way and the people should act this way. And, like, fuck all this thing about love and hope and everything else. And things should be this way. Well, if you want things to be that way, start doing it yourself and show a fucking an example. Like, for myself, like I know I want to deliver better content, but the only way I can do that is by making more videos and just trying harder. Not by telling, oh, like, you don't like my stuff and I should focus only on the views or the videos to get more views and stuff like that. Like, no, whatever. So anyway, there's a lot of that going on, and like, just focus on yourself, take care of things that mean a lot to you, and just sort of like question before a lot of this massive stuff in the world happens that affect people, that affect you in your own personal ways. What were you doing before that? What were you focusing on? How were you feeling? The projects you were looking at and like, damn, I want to do that. Sort of like looking at the projects and things you were focusing before all this explodes and all this stuff. That's the most important thing to you. Sort of, if possible, maybe go back to that, because a lot of these stops in life where you want to do something and there's a stop. You want to do something and people say you otherwise. A lot of these stops, no, I can't, I fail, I forget, I have to take care of this before I can get to back to my project. A lot of these stops will create the resistance to do anything at all, will create this whole, I don't feel good. And like, you're going to be depressed, you're going to like sort of give up on things. So if you're looking to like, hey, I need to get back on track. What were you doing that was making you feel good? And just little by little, try to get back on the path you were on. So that's my message for today. Focus on all around you. Be aware what you're getting, what you're reacting to, what you're feeling, anyone around you and all this stuff, because that is being amplified. So you want to make sure that for yourself, you're creating the good stuff, not to be ignorant, but to take care of yourself and give more of that, so that the good stuff would be contagious, not the bad. So there. See you next time.